Hey, what's up? I'm Delton Childs, and I crawled out of my code cave to take a few seconds to talk about something really cool that I've read about on the internet on Mashable.com. It's the new Time.com site redesign. Now, one of the reasons I'm talking about this web project, this website that they've redesigned, is because they've done a few really cool things that I like about it. And I spent some time researching and looking at what they've did on Time.com myself, and digging through the source code and looking at the platform that they built it on. And they've done a really nice job. Now, they've used one of the more popular minimalist designs that you're seeing all over the web now. Apple uses it now. Google uses it. They break a few of the minimalistic rules, or so I've read, and I agree. But they've done a really great job. Now, with this website layout, it's mobile friendly, which means that it's a website, but it will format beautifully no matter what type of screen. If you're on a mobile device, if you're on a traditional laptop, or if you're on a really big production machine like the one I use that has a huge screen, it looks equally beautiful across all these different devices, and I love that, because one of the things that bothered me about traditional website development in the past 5 years was not knowing where it was going to go. Is everything going to be an app in the future, or is, traditional web development going to, find a way to transition into this new mobile environment? And I feel like it has. And Time.com represents a brand new site, a brand new redesign that we can take a look at and maybe get an idea where popular web trends are going. Now, there's a few articles I'm going to share with you in this process and a few little resources so you can take a look at them yourself. But some of the tools that they use might be out of the reach of, just the everyday person. It is a custom site design by a large company, but a lot of the things that they've done and a lot of the tools that they use are available to you, and believe it or not, at no cost. And one of the other cool things about that is once a large company like Time.com, or any large company really, does something really great on the web, about 1,000 other developers jump on board, and they give us those same tools that we can use on our sites coming up down the road. So I'm sure that you'll be able to implement a lot of the really cool things that you see on the new Time.com in your own website. Let's take a look under the hood. Now, I'm here at the new Time.com site. This is the redesigned site. I don't have a screenshot of the old layout, but I have an idea of what it might look like. I'll show you in just a second. Now, here at Time.com, one of the things that I touched on was this being part of the new kind of minimalist design trend, or flat design trend that's going around the web. Apple uses it for their new iOS. Google uses it. And of course, now here Time.com is using the new flat design. And what I mean by that is there's no what I think some developers call volumetric detail. There's no gradients. There's no drop shadows on the element. There's no subtleties that help break up the page with visual cues. Like, you can't discern if this is laying on top of that. It's just above it. There's no drop shadow here. It's not casting any shadows. The time isn't casting shadows. Even this, it's just flat shapes and color. And that's one of the new trends that you're really seeing on the web a lot these days. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click this menu icon here, and you'll see the menu pops out. That's a really beautiful thing. And one of the things I noticed, as I was clicking around here, is if you go to the photography section in the new Time.com, it switches, right? It switches to what I think might have been the old layout. I don't remember if this was the old one, but you'll notice this one isn't mobile friendly, right? And I think that that's an important cue to us as developers, that it's not an all or nothing deal, especially when you're developing a really large site redesign. There's going to be staged rollouts. Even with a large company like Time.com, they're using that approach. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drag the edge of my browser so we can start to see this site reflow. for another device. Now, this is probably right now about the size of a traditional laptop. This would totally fill the screen of, probably my personal laptop. But I'm going to keep going, and you're going to see things start to break down for a 10-inch tablet in just a second here. Bam! And I love what they've done with that. They've taken that navigation and that's the 3-column layout. That's the third column. They broke that down into a pop out, right? The navigation element's still there. Man, now that takes up full screen, so you can navigate that easily on your tablet, right? And they've brought that third column down into a little pop-out bar, right, with the popular and their videos and stuff like that. I really think that that's cool, right? And you see that that's overlapping the other content. That is nice. Okay, kudos time. Now, I'm going to keep going even further. Bam. Okay. Maybe this is like a Kindle, right? And it just keeps on going. Now, one of the criticisms I've heard of this layout, or I've read rather, on the internet is that there's a lot of text, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because they're delivering more information to you, and hopefully they're going to be delivering the information that you want. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do something that not everybody likes to do, but developers love to do. I'm going to go ahead and pop into the source code here, right? And inside the source code, this is something we all do. I'm going to drop down and I'm going to see what content management system they're using, and I'm going to discover that this is a WordPress website. That's right, the same WordPress platform that's available to everybody for free because it's an open source piece of software. So they're using the same tools that you can just go download from WordPress.org right now. Now, going a little bit beyond that, they are using what's called WordPress.com VIP. WordPress.com VIP is, of course, for larger companies, CNN, TechCrunch, TED, all these guys, which offers them some custom WordPress support and development. And of course, they're going to have that as large companies. But the platform is what's important. And like I said before, as soon as you start seeing companies like Time.com come out with these type of features, these overlapping navigational panels and the collapsing third columns, right? The collapsible third columns here. Once we start seeing companies roll out with those type of elements, other developers take cues from them. And they're going to start rolling out with things like this and being able to bring that to your website, your small business website or your personal blog for little or no cost. And that's just the way the web works. Okay. Now, one of the things that I explored, of course, when I was researching flat design on the web was the history of flat design. And I wanted to share this article with you. It's on the Next Web. You can just search flat design or minimalist design, and you're going to find this article, The History of Flat Design, How Efficiency and Minimalism Turn the Digital World Flat. And it's a really interesting article by this author, Amber Turner. And it's a 4-pager, so you got to be into it. But they really, Amber here, really goes in to detail about flat design, how it differs from minimalism, and I think you'll see skeuomorphism here. You can kind of explore the treatment she's given this subject, but it's a really nice article, and it talks a little bit about what they've done and why they've done it here on thenewtime.com. Well, I hope that gave you some ideas. I hope that gave you some insights into this beautiful new website layout that I really like. Thanks for watching.